Numbers have never really been my strength, but more and more I'm realizing how important numbers are to our mission of reforming cannabis policy here in the South. So today I'd like to discuss the number 10,000. Why that number? 10,000 is my personal goal for the second Dallas Marijuana March. Last year we had around 3,000 people, although depending on what news network you were watching, you may have been informed that there was closer to 4,000 or even 5,000 people. The fact is, we had really around 3,000 people. And so my personal goal this year is 10,000 Texans marching through the streets of downtown Dallas, demanding that their elected representatives see, hear, and comprehend our plight. Enough Texans have suffered this failed social experiment of prohibition, and our elected leaders have wasted our time on this topic for the last legislative session. To reach 10,000 Texans, we need to be able to advertise our marijuana march like never before. The first time we did something like this was when we purchased a billboard, and we saw a jump in attendance of our global marijuana march from 400 people to 3,500 people the next year. So clearly advertising this stuff to Texans works. That said, this year we've set our sights on a local television commercial on a mainstream network, and depending on the time of day or night, this will cost us between $1,500 and $10,000. So, we're getting creative with fundraising this year by hosting our first ever retro video game tournament on Monday, September 14th in Arlington, where participants will pay $20 or $50 to race, brawl, or blast their way to the top for first dibs on some truly fabulous prizes, such as a $250 Visa gift card donated by one of our very generous and very new members, as well as glass water pipes that are so rare you would not be able to purchase them from the internet or even any store in Texas. We have oil rigs and vaporizers and more that have been donated by businesses that support our organization and your rights as cannabis consumers to access this plant and to have policies that make sense and that are in alignment with the rest of the country. We need you to help us make this commercial a reality. This can happen if we work together. We've already been in touch with multiple stations, and they are willing to put a marijuana commercial out there if we're willing to pay for it. The question is, are you willing to stand up and be counted with us? Are you willing to donate to us? Are you willing to give from your heart, from your pocketbook, and from your time to help us make marijuana legalization a reality in Texas? This month, DFW NORML is doing that with a retro video game tournament. Next month, it will be with a march. The month after that is a surprise. But please, stop watching, start getting involved, and together we will end cannabis prohibition in the state of Texas once and for all. Herb's the word.